Hello, my pre-calculus student. In this video, we are going to use trigonometric functions to find a missing side length. Let's begin to find 6 trigonometric functions for 3 common acute angles: 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. Now, I hope that you all remember the mnemonic device SUKATOR. This will help you to remember the 3 ratios of sine, cosine, and tangent. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent is opposite over adjacent. So let's begin to find sine of 30 degrees, cosine of 30 degrees, and tangent of 30 degrees. We are going to look at 30 degree angles in this right triangle. So the opposite side is the side opposite with 30 degree angle. The adjacent side is the side next to 30 degree angle. We only look at 30 degree angles. Okay, so that's why I just highlight in yellow. And the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, the side opposite with 90 degree angle, which is the right angle. So let's begin with sine 30. So I'm going to write here sine 30 degree equal opposite x over hypotenuse 2x. Reduce this fraction, so that will give us 1/2. So we got sine of 30 degrees, the answer is 1/2. Next, we move on to cosine. Cosine of 30 degrees adjacent will be x squared root of 3 over hypotenuse, which is 2x. Reduce this fraction to give us square root of 3 divided by 2. Tangent. Tangent of 30 degrees will be opposite over adjacent. Reduce this fraction, cancel the x, and give us 1 over square root of 3. Now we cannot stop right here because we do have square root of 3 or square root of the value in our denominator. So we need to multiply by square root of 3 to the denominator, give us 3. Multiply square root of 3 to the numerator, give us square root of 3. So this process is called rationalize the denominator. So now we found sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. Cosine of 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 2. Tangent of 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 3. Now we are going to find the leftover 6 trigonometric functions. So now so far we have 3. So the next 3 will be very simple and easy. So we only look at the reciprocal function. So it means the reciprocal of sine will be cosecant. Cosecant. This is the shortcut to write it of 30 degrees is. So what you're going to do is that you just go ahead and flip the fraction. So reciprocal means you flip the fraction, so now it becomes 2 over 1. So we're done with cosecant. So move on to the next one. The reciprocal of cosine will be secant. So secant of 30 degrees is, again you flip the fraction, so become 2 divided by square root of 3. Now as long as you have square root in your denominator, you need to do one extra step. So when you multiply by square root of 3 both, so this gives me 3 in the denominator. On the numerator will be 2 times square root of 3. And lastly, the reciprocal function of tangent is cotangent of 30 degrees is. So now again we are going to flip the fraction. So I'm going to take 1 over square root of 3. So I flip that, so this gives me square root of 3 over 1. So now we found all 6 trigonometric functions for 30 degree acute angle. Let's move on to the 60-degree angle. So now I'm going to highlight the angle. Now, we have to go back and we have to label the opposite, the adjacent, and the hypotenuse, because it's not going to be the same at 30 degrees. We're looking at the 60-degree angle. So the opposite with the 60 degree will be the sine x square root of 3. Because this is the sine x square root of 3 is the sine opposite with 60 degree. The adjacent of with 60 degree be x. And lastly, the hypotenuse, which is the sine opposite with the right angle. So now we just go back, and again we go ahead and we use the mnemonic device subtractor to find the three functions: sine, cosine, and tangent. So let's begin now. We need to find sine of 60 degrees is opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite is x square root of 3, and the hypotenuse will be 2x. So if we reduce this, cancel out the x, so it gives us square root of 3 over 2. So we got the sine function done. And let's move on to the cosine function. So cosine of 60 degrees is adjacent over hypotenuse. Reduce the fraction, it gives us 1 over 2. Tangent of 60 degrees will be opposite divided by adjacent. Reduce the fraction, so it just gives us square root of 3 over 1. So now, by using the mnemonic device subtractor, we found sine of 60, cosine of 60, and tangent of 60 degrees. So let's find the rest three reciprocal functions. The reciprocal of sine will be cosecant. So what we are going to do is that we just go ahead and flip the fraction of sine. So we have square root of 3 over 2, now become 2 over square root of 3. Now we see that we have square root of 3 in our denominator. We need to do one extra step to rationalize the denominator. So multiply square root of 3 to both. So the denominator becomes 3. The numerator becomes 2 square root of 3. So now let's move on to the next function. We need to find the reciprocal of sine. In this case, it will be secant. So secant of 60 degrees. Again, we are going to flip the fraction of cosine of 60. So 1/2 now becomes 2 over 1. And lastly, we are going to find the reciprocal of tangent. Will be cotangent. So cotangent of 60 degrees. So if we flip the fraction, will be 1 over square root of 3. Now we have to multiply square root of 3 to the denominator and square root of 3 to the numerator. So now we found all 6 trigonometric functions for 60 degrees. So sine of 60 degrees is square root of 3 over 2. Cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2. Tangent of 60 degrees is square root of 3 over 1. Cosecant of 60 degrees is 2 square root of 3 over 2. Secant of 60 degrees is 2 over 1. And lastly, cotangent of 60 degrees is square root of 3 over 3. So let's move on to the next angle, be 45 degrees. Now since this is isosceles right triangle, it means that the two base angles, they are equal, and the two sides, the two legs, they also, the two legs or the two sides opposite with these two equal angles, they also the same length. So I'm just go ahead and look at the angle 45 degrees. I'm going to pick one of them, they're the same. So we'll label this is opposite because it's opposite with the angle that we highlight, and then adjacent, which is next to, and lastly be hypotenuse. So now we are going to find sine of 45 degrees. So sine 45 degrees. So be again the mnemonic device SOHCAHTOA. SOH sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite for this 45 degree angle will be x, and the hypotenuse will be x square root of 2. Reduce the fraction, so that gives you 1 over square root of 2. Now, since you have square root of 2 in your denominator, you need to multiply square root of 2 to both denominator and to the numerator. So now you enough sine of square root of 2 will be square root of 2 over 2. Next, we're going to find cosine of 45 degrees. Again, so cosine be adjacent divided by hypotenuse, so be x divided by x square root of 2. Simplify, that give me 1 over square root of 2. Rationalize the denominator, multiply by square root of 2 to both, so give me 2 in the denominator and square root of 2 on the numerator. And lastly will be tangent. So tangent of 45 degrees will be opposite over adjacent, so this can be x divided by x. So reduce the fraction, it just gives me 1 over 1, or just 1. So now we found sine of 45 degrees be square root of 2 over 2. Cosine of 45 degrees be square root of 2 over 2, exactly the same value, because this is isosceles right triangle, so the two legs, they have the same length. And tangent of 45 degrees be 1 over 1 on 1. So now we can use these three functions to find the rest. So the reciprocal of sine will be cosecant. So we do cosecant of 45 degrees. So we need to flip the fraction. So I'm going to just go ahead and take this fraction. So 1 divided by square root of 2. If I flip it, it gives me square root of 2 over 1. So that will give me cosecant. Next one, I want to do the reciprocal of cosine would be secant. So secant of 45 degrees. Again, we are going to flip the fraction. So square root of 2 over 1. And lastly, the reciprocal function with tangent will be cotangent. So cotangent of 45 degrees. So here we have 1 over 1, which flip it is still 1 over 1. So now we have found all 6 trigonometric functions for sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent for the 3 acute angles, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and 45 degrees. Now we are going to go ahead and use this knowledge by a missing side length. So let's start with this example. Here, given the
Awesome wireless caller.
Given the triangle, and given the angle is 30 degrees, and given the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, is 18. And lastly, we want you to find the adjacent. Okay, so because given the acute angle 30 degrees and the length of the hypotenuse, so I'm going to label this is the hypotenuse, is 18 units. It can be inches also or something. And we asked to find the length of the adjacent. So this is the adjacent. So therefore, we have to use cosine function. So I'm going to say u cosine function. Okay, so why we have to use cosine function? Because if we use the cosine function, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, then we can find the length of the adjacent. So I'm going to make a note over here, use cosine function to find the side adjacent to 30 degrees. Okay, so therefore I'm going to write, so we have cosine of 30 degrees is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So this can be x over 18. Then we are going to find x. Then we are going to multiply 18 both sides to be 18 cosine of 30 is x. Now cosine of 30 degrees we found it right here. You see? It will be square root of 3 over 2. So therefore it will be the same as 18 times square root of 3 over 2 equal x. Sorry, I'm going to move the paper so that you can see. So now if we can reduce, we can simplify this fraction. You can see 18 divided by 2 gives you 9. So therefore you have 9 times square root of 3 is x. Now then you are done. You don't have to multiply them out. This is the exact answer. So therefore x is 9 square root of 3. Okay. So let's write down the summaries for this video. Summaries. So what did we learn from this video? In this video, we learned it. How to find the missing side length. How to use trigonometric function to find a missing side length. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in class. Goodbye.